What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a live show that caught me off guard a little bit because I was not planning to do a live, and the moment I published my daily video, it was already outdated because of the things I said in that video. Um, but the breaking news is obviously that Chelsea and Juve are in talks over Lukaku, obviously, but also involving Vlahovic, which I kind of suggested, I think yesterday during the live, that this could be a potential option. Uh, Let me see. Um, 1 second. Okay, so that it could be a potential option that Chelsea will be coming in for him. It's kind of out of nowhere, because I was watching um, Sky Sports UK, their transfer show they do in the morning, and they were talking about Chelsea, and they were like, they are trying to offload certain players in the attack because they got Jackson, and Kunku could be used as an option, and they were looking to offload players, and now they're back in apparently for Vlahovic. Now, two part. First, like the video if you're in, because nobody liked the video. Strange, just Julian. Um, First of all, I'm not surprised by the news. Oops. I'm also not. I'm also not angry about the news because we were all waiting for this. And when I say waiting, I was not. I don't mean waiting in a good way, that we were waiting to sell Vlahovic, or maybe some were waiting to sell Vlahovic, but we were waiting on the news that okay, something is moving, because we knew this was coming. Like, we knew this from June. Let's say 1st of June, we knew somebody was about to leave. That's the talks we had on this channel for a good 2 months now, and it only took 2 months before actually maybe potentially anything could happen. And again, not surprised. Absolutely not surprised. I have an issue, but I was anticipating this news to break, basically. If it were Bayern Munich, if it were PSG, Chelsea, Man U, Real Madrid, like, name the team, we were just all sitting and waiting for this to happen. And today it kind of happened. Now the updates are that it's not a done deal, because Chelsea, going off the news, are still not sold on Vlahovic, which makes it very strange that they're actually considering this. If you're not sold on a player, if you don't really want a player, then it's very strange to do that type of deal, in my opinion. But they're not completely sold on doing this deal. According to Sky Italia, 10 minutes ago, Chelsea are not really open to do that swap deal now. They're like, the idea is out there because they want Lukaku out. That's what they want. They want Lukaku out of the club, so that's why they are kind of thinking about entertaining the idea of bringing Vlahovic in. That's one. Two, parter is, which is bullshit, that another issue is the wages for Lukaku. The wages have been agreed. Like, the club is not diving into this without agreeing wages for Lukaku. Like, that has already taken place. So that's that. The third part is what Juve want. Juve want 30 between 30 and 35 million euros plus Lukaku, and Chelsea want less. And that's where that's the part that makes me even more sick than actually bringing in Lukaku, because I've seen Højlund leave Atalanta after scoring 9 Serie A goals. That's it. No previous seasons where he was scoring 20 goals or whatever. That's not happening for 85 million. And we are letting go. We are letting go Vlahovic for less money. That's what we're potentially doing. Vlahovic is going for less money than Højlund. Is he worth more? Like, is Højlund worth that money? No. That's why I don't care. If you want, like, they don't want Lukaku. Like, they don't want Lukaku. They are in a very bad situation where Lukaku has said no to Inter, and he said no to Saudi options, and we are the only team in for him, basically. So Chelsea are in a very bad situation. They only have us, basically. I thought play hardball, offer a loan, with an option to buy whatever. Like if we are their only option at this moment in time, they're not gonna keep him. They're gonna offload him. They are gonna offload him. This is weird. This is weird. This is absolutely weird. And people are asking, why are we doing this? Yes, um, excuse me, will fit Juve, will fit Allegri more than Dusan. That's that. But on the books, it makes sense for the club as well. And that's the sad reality of our situation. You bring in Lukaku, let's say he's valued at 40. That gets spread over 4 years. You get 35 for Vlahovic, and that goes on in the books immediately, And that's what it is. Like, it's balancing the books whilst keeping Allegri happy, and you give him Lukaku. You're swapping a 24-year-old striker, I think he's 24, Vlahovic, for a guy who's turning 31. That's what you're doing at this moment in time, And even if it does fit Allegri, even if you're backing your coach and it does fit Allegri, if you're a good director, if you're serious about rebuilding this club, you're saying, hold on, this is something we're not going to entertain, Like, if you don't want Vlahovic, fine, we can make that work. But you're not going to get a guy who's 30 years old, has no salon value, and is going to earn more than the guy we're letting go. Coming off a terrible season with injuries. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, this is so bad. And also for Juntli, because I had extremely high hopes for him, like to do well in the long run. But this is off to a very sad start. Like, it is what it is. Like, this is going out. Like, also because we know the club is not 100% sold on Allegri. Like, if Allegri was earning 3.5 million a season, he would have been sacked. That's my main issue. That is the main point where I'm like, okay, you're satisfying, and you're not bringing in, like, if Allegri wanted Jonathan David and we were overpaying for David a little bit, I was like, okay, he's young, you can sell him on, whatever. That's not the case. Like, you get Lukaku, it's done. It's done. It's absolutely done. And my fear is that I don't believe Allegri's going to be here for very long. And what then? Like, then what? You bring in the next coach, 9 out of 10 times, if it's not Conte, he doesn't want Lukaku. If it's not Inzaghi, he doesn't want Lukaku. Nobody wants Lukaku. We're the only team in for Lukaku and the Saudi leagues, but the Saudi leagues are taking all kind of trash in at this moment in time. They're taking Fabinho in, Henderson, So I don't think that's a measuring stick. This is bad. Like, this is sad. We knew it was happening. We knew this could happen, big time. It wasn't a terrible rumor. Good rumors, good sources, good news that Lukaku could join. Like, it wasn't like banter news where you're like, man, this is a random link. It's not going to happen. We knew this was a potential thing that could happen. But now it's even closer than it was, like, let's say yesterday. It feels worse. Also because, the swap deal doesn't sit right with me. And especially not the money we're involved in that type of deal. That's my main point. Let me see. Also, like the video, because I see there are more people watching than actually likes. It does give me that Werner Delict kind of vibes, It does. And the weird part is, like, we should be in control. Like, they want to move on Lukaku big time. Like, we should be in total control, but we're not. We're absolutely not. So, let me see. No updates, I guess. If it's really going to happen, I don't know what to say. Well, if Dusan is not fit on Juve playing style, then why sign them? Now they are looking Lukaku, and next year they're signing. He fits the style. Like, he is a striker that can get you 20 goals. We bought him. It's just we need financial clear up. Basically, we need to clear up financially, and Allegri sucks. Like, he sucks. Like, it is what it is. You know, you've seen last season all our attackers died up front. Like, I don't know how many times I need to repeat it. It's not Vlahovic. It was Milik. It was Keane. It was Di Maria. It was Chiesa. They all stank the place up. They were terrible all season long. All of them were absolutely terrible. Cuadrado, name it, all terrible. So you can pinpoint that on Vlahovic as much as you want, and you can say, "Oh, don't compare it with Milik because hey, one is cheaper." They were all terrible, all of them. You know, but whatever. Nico Shira is saying that Juve won between 30 and 40 million euros plus Lukaku. Yeah, that's what we kind of knew already. This is peak banter era. Literally nothing, and I mean nothing, makes sense about this deal. Financially, it makes sense a little bit, and Allegri wants him, but like, long term, I don't get it. At this point, I hope they sell Chiesa and bring Hatem Ben Arfa. I will shut down the channel because of his grown issues and other key players getting injured. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Here's one for you: Lukaku and 35 million for Vlahovic, or Donnarumma and 40 million for Vlahovic. I'll take 50 for Vlahovic, and they can keep Donnarumma. I will do that deal, but I'm not taking Donnarumma. Like, another weird news story that's coming from a good source, but that's just banter. But this is insane. If you actually make this move for Lukaku, I choose Donnarumma 50. Okay, they're building a squad for Allegri is gonna be really ugly next season. I mean, I think that's obvious. Like, it's since, let's say, the second week of June, I've said we are building the worst looking 3-5 side ever. Like, there's no technical ability besides Chiesa. It's gonna look ugly. You know, imagine when the news broke, and I just came out of the shower and the news broke, and I was like, the first thing that came in mind, I was like, man, imagine in training session Rondo between Milik, Keane, and Lukaku. Like, I would actually pay money to see that and have a good laugh, because nobody has a first touch. In that attacking lineup, not one striker of us has a very good first touch. Actually, they have one of the worst first touches out there. It's gonna be hilarious at times. And when hilarious, I mean, you're gonna laugh because it's sad, but you're gonna laugh. You're absolutely gonna laugh. It's like, I'm jealous at Inter getting Scamacca for 20 million. Like, I'm at that point. Like, I'm absolutely at that point. I don't rate Scamacca one bit, but 40 million for Lukaku. Wow. Milik or Keane plus Lukaku in attack. Who doesn't want that? Any team with any sort of dignity, I guess. If you don't get at least one decent center back, we're screwed. That's what I want to talk about as well later on. Looking good or not? Let me see. This is officially the worst Juve side I've ever witnessed in the 25 years or so supporting them. I've seen worse, but I know what you're trying to say. It's a team that it's very difficult to, like. I will say that. Like, and it's not their fault. It's not the players. Like, they're not signing themselves. But if I go through that team, I like 5 players. like it is what it is. I like Bremer, kind of like Gatti. I like Chesney. I like Fagioli. I like Miretti. Potentially yes. I like Chiesa, and other than that, I don't really care about any players. Like, if you tell me, and I know nobody's untouchable. Like, if a very good offer comes in, a crazy offer comes in, you sell basically anyone. But let's say if value for money comes in, let's say you value every player, right? If that even exists at their correct value, I'm gonna maybe say 2 or 3 players. I would say no. Other than that, if an offer comes in, I'm like, yeah, we can upgrade, whatever. In that regard, I agree. Like, it's not a very good team. Like, it's not. On management perspective, yes, but this team is not that bad. It's not great, you know. It's not terrible. Like you still need to make top four with this team, you know, without any issues. But like, it's not very likable. When I say make top four, it's also based on the league being terrible, you know. Let me see if there's an update. No update. But yeah, it is what it is. Um, it's a big news, but we need to wait. As of now, Chelsea are still not 100% open. Like they're thinking about it, but that could change in a couple of hours, obviously. But as of now, that's the situation. Uh, let's switch it up a little bit. Let's switch it up to the backline, that backline, and the Gonzalez kid has come in and he's going on loan to Sanitana. Um, that's not a good sign. Like, and I will say why I don't believe it's a good sign is he, like the last couple of days, I've seen articles and people praising him. Oh, he was amazing at the World Cup, and I'm like, good. You know, I cannot judge on that because I've not seen him play at all, not once. But I'm like, if he's that good, if he's that highly rated, why did he join Juve to go on loan at Salernitana? That will makes no sense to me. Like if you rate it that highly, surely you would have had better options than ending up playing for Salernitana, who are stacked in the back line. Like it makes absolutely no sense. Like I don't get it. You know, I'm gonna follow him because we don't play. Uh, we we don't play in Europe, so to fill up the time on this channel, I'm gonna do watch longs for the U teams, under 23s, under 90s as well. I'm gonna do videos on it, and I'm gonna follow the lone players this season even more closely. But man, if you're that highly rated, why end up at Salernitana at loan on loan? I don't get it. So it is what it is. I don't really care about this signing. Like I'm not. Maybe I will care about it during the season, but as of now, I couldn't care less. That being said, we need a center back. We need to. You're moving out Bonucci. The winter might be gone. Hoyson is not ready. You know, I like him. He's ready. Fine. He's not ready. I get it. But you cannot go into the season with three center backs, being Rugani, who is, well, Rugani, Bremer, and Gatti. And that's it. You don't have any other center backs. Danilo is not a center back. Alexander is not a center back. You shoehorn them into the center back position in a 3-5-2. You are basically saying we cannot move from a 3-5-2 because if you move and you play back four, you only have two center backs and Rugani as a backup. If you have one injury, you're screwed. You're back into a 3-5-2, and that changes everything for the team. So you cannot go into a season with that thought of, you know, we can switch it up, you know, long term, you know, during the season. Let's say 10 game of the season. Now we found our solution. It's gonna be a back four, and we go from from this moment in time till the end of the season a back four. You cannot do that because if you play a back four with Danilo and Alexander in that team, Allegri's gonna get sacked really, really soon. Like that's what it is. So we need a center back. We are not linked with a center back, and that's sad. We are linked with Timothy Castagne and Carlos Augusto, but in the process, you're shipping out Cambiaso and Ealing Jr. Keeping in mind, Alexander was gone next season. You might change, you know, your lineup formation-wise next season, and then you need to replace him with the Ealing Jr. you left. Like it's a complete mess. But the center back partnership, squad building, whatever, is terrible. Like in the last couple, let's say the last 12 years, that's by far by mile, the worst backline at the club. There's absolutely no. I rate Bremer highly, potential wise. Maybe Gatti if he can confirm what he did the second part of the season. And other than that, I would sell anyone in a heartbeat. Like like even the bare minimum as an offer, I would sell anyone in that back line. Allegri made. Nah, I'm not gonna read that out. Is Caio Jorge part of this squad? He's not. He will play with under 23s. He will play with under 23s. So that's that. The squad management is shambolic because I hope Alexander will be a sub. Well, he will play a lot of games. I can tell you that. And with a lot, 15 games is a lot for me. If I need to watch Alexander play 15 games, that's already too much. That's a lot, in my opinion. And he's going to reach that easily. Let me see. Yeah. It's. I've actually no words anymore. Let me see what the news is coming out. Yeah, the vibes I'm getting is the club wants to make a quick buck, and Chelsea are kind of understanding that we're not going to get rid of Lukaku if we don't take this, and that's what the situation is. Like it's a weird deal, but it is what it is. Sander needs to make a trip too. He does. What do you think about Chiesa and Weah last game? I thought they were good. I was just thinking how Benatia used to be our fifth choice center back, and now he'd easily be our second starter. Yeah, he would. He would. I remember when Benatia was leaving, and I was like, hey, whatever. I was cool. I was calm with it. I was like, yeah, no big issue. And it wasn't a big issue. But those were those were good times. Those were good times. Now we are praying, literally praying, that nothing happens to Bremer / Gatti. And again, Gatti only had a good couple of months. Otherwise, Rugani is up or Alexandro slotting in, whatever. And it's just sad. I don't even know what to add anymore. Like it's just sad. Period. I don't have other words to describe it. Like it's just a sad situation. That's what it is. It's just sad. And yeah, like I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what to say about it anymore. Because it is what it is. I'm guessing you cannot do anything about it as a fan. Like you just need to accept that probably Lukaku is gonna be your number 9 next season, and you're gonna need to watch him trying to link up play with whoever at this point. But yeah, not a good look. That's all I'm saying. What about another capital gain increase? I saw that rumor on Friday. Whatever. Like I don't like. Yeah, put that capital increase in there. Like whatever. At this point, I don't trust anyone at the club. The deals that we're being made, the players who are being linked with. I'm like, I couldn't care less. Like capital increase, 1 billion coming in. Like the team, like the decision making in this club is just bad. Money or no money, it's bad. It's just bad. We're under so much. We're under so much. Yeah, we are. But they're making it worse. Like you could, you get that capital win on the books, but you're stuck with Lukaku. Like he's turning 31, 40 million euros, 8 to 9 million euros a season, no sell on value. Like you're not helping yourself at this point. It's an ongoing cycle. Like in 2 3 years time, he will be sitting here and talking about how we're gonna ship out Lukaku. We're gonna take a loss. Who's gonna take him, and who's gonna be the next number 9? Like it's an ongoing thing when you have Vlahovic who actually wants to be here and doesn't really want to leave. But by the way, keep in mind we still have 2 lawyers running the club while they don't even know Paulo's round. That's yeah. When they speak, I don't care at this point. Their opinion hold no value. They hold the same amount of value as me speaking or you guys speaking in the chat. It is what it is. Like, I don't care. I don't care what they have to say. I'm just very curious to see how they're gonna do this. When they actually get Lukaku, and Juntuli needs to speak about that deal because he will be asked about it, about that deal. How, like, I'm actually very curious to see or hear how he's gonna make it sound very, very good. Sorry, I was checking you, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see. Di Marcio put something out. Let's see what the pressing news he has to say. Let me see what Di Marcio has to say. Also, like the video if you're in. So Di Marcio is saying that the talks are still ongoing. In June, Chelsea was not looking at Lukaku. Okay, so like I said, according to Di Marcio, Chelsea understood that they're not going to get rid of Lukaku if they're not jumping on this type of deal. And that's why they opened up to getting Vlahovic. They talked today, but there's a difference in valuation. Yeah, that's basically what we talked about. They are going on talking about how to agree the deal in terms of fees involved, not just Lukaku, like Lukaku plus I don't know how much money. That's what they're discussing at this moment in time. But yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Like if you just read what Di Marzio has to say, and the vibes you're getting is that both clubs are pushing to get this deal over the line because they want the money, they want Lukaku out, and yeah. We actually lost at this point. Well, we were lost. for a couple of years now. I really don't believe we should get rid of Ealing, Cambiaso, or Villa, even on loan. I mean, I think that's the least of our worries at this moment in time. What if Vlahovic doesn't want to join Chelsea? He's joining the Premier League. Like, he's not going to say no to the Premier League. You know, if the club tells him, you know, you need to leave because of these and these issues, we have an agreement, he's not going to say, no, I'm not going to join the Premier League. Like, he's jumping on that because if the club doesn't want you, then what are you going to do? Like, we're not chipping him off to Aston Villa or so. He's going Chelsea, so he's going to accept that. I don't think that's an issue. But I'm going to wrap this one up because I have actually no words for it. I need to calm down, rethink everything, and then come back tomorrow. We play tomorrow, or like we play on, no, that's a lie. We play Wednesday. We play Wednesday, so Thursday for me. So let's see how that will go. But yeah, man, they're sucking the life even out of us, even before the season started, and there was not much life left, if we're being completely honest. If you're on your way out, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you want to join the members club, link for that in the description, as well as the Discord. If you join, reach out to me. Prediction League kicks off in 2 weeks' time. You can win these prizes. You can have free wallpapers, giveaways during the season as well. So if you want to do that, link for that in the description as always. And yeah, I will see you guys. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so I will be live tomorrow. And let's see which update. You know, maybe that deal or this deal could be done or very close to be done. But thanks for watching, and see you guys